YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Nate J back with another video back in the vault. Yes, sir. As y'all see by the title, we have a financial advice video, TikTok financial advice, man. So yeah, I picked out I think like five clips. Gonna check them out. Um, and yeah, I ain't gonna waste no time. With that being said, let's get to the first clip.
There are three basic financial tips for beginners. Number one, control and understand your cash flow. Know what's coming in and know what's coming out. If you're spending more than you're making, that's a negative cash flow. A negative cash flow is something that you want to avoid, whether it's in business, investing, or just daily living. You want to have a positive cash flow. And that just basically means you're spending less than you're making. And if you're doing that right now, you're on the right course in life when it comes to being financially free. You need to control your output so you can have more control over your input. Don't be an overconsumer. So track every dollar. Know how much you spend on expenses, know how much gas it takes to fill your car up, know how much your groceries cost, and just keep track on everything you like to spend your money on. And then see how much you bring in monthly. See how much you get paid every 2 weeks. And if you have a side hustle, see how much money you make combining those two incomes. And while you're doing that, make sure that you have money to put to the side for emergency funds, savings, and to just have a good time. Number two, save before.
Yeah, that first one, man. I used to feel like it was too much work to do that, like to track your numbers and stuff, man. I felt like it was kind of like being obsessed with your numbers, but no, it's more of a fact of just being aware of what's going in, what's coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to know what your money is looking like going in and coming out. You feel me? I used to feel like, hey man, I'm making this much for my job, so I'm getting paid this every week. So hey, I already know how much I'm no man. You need to know like what percentage is being allocated to your bills, to your savings. Like you need to know these things, man. You need to know. And like I said, it's not to be like obsessed with it. Well, as like over time, or like I'll say like in the beginning of when you're like starting to track your money and stuff like that, you need to be obsessed with it because it like he said, like I said, bro, you need to just know what's going in and what's coming out. You feel me? You know, like you don't know what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? And before I started like tracking my money and stuff like that, I really didn't know. Like genuinely, like I didn't know what was going in, what was coming out. I was just spending money all willy nilly, and I was wondering why I didn't have money left over after I, paid my bills, and I always wondered why I didn't have anything saved after I paid my bills. Um, and he's about to get into the saving, and I'm pretty sure he's about to say what I was going to say right now, so I'm going to let him talk.
You spend. When you get paid, a lot of money to sit in your bank account for at least 1 or 2 days. And I understand everyone has bills. Before you pay your bills, put at least $20 to $50 to the side for yourself, because then you are getting control over your finances. And saving
Yep.
builds discipline before you can gain wealth. Understanding that your money don't control you, you control it, will give you leverage when it comes to taking risk. You understand that money comes and go. Bills and responsibilities doesn't make you a slave. So don't stress about your expenses. Yes, they are important and they keep things functioning. But don't let them have more control over your financial goals, because that type of mindset will keep you in a 9 to 5. Money can literally work for you and make more money if you strategically put it in places where it can grow. And you don't have to watch the financial markets to do this. You can just put money up in a high yield savings account or Roth IRA, and your money will accumulate for you. And it's not rocket science, it's literally simple. And lastly, number three, don't overcomplicate money.
Hey,
You
I'm gonna let him
don't need
talk. I'm gonna
advanced
let him talk.
strategies. You don't need $1 million right now, and you don't need a 6-figure job to build wealth. If you can't control the finances you have now, when God gives you the increase, you won't be able to manage it then. You need better systems and you need better structure. With no financial discipline or no real financial goal, you will forever think that you need a better job or a side hustle to make money. But the more you tell your mind that, the more you drift away from reality. Making money is easy. Master one high income skill, build and leverage it, turn it into a brand, and allow that brand to fund your lifestyle. Live below your means and invest that brand money into other things that will better you, generate more wealth, and allow you to hit your financial goals quicker. Don't focus on 10 things at once. You just need one thing. Same thing goes for investing. Diversification is real, but just focus on your top 3 companies and invest into those. Diversification is for safety, but you don't need safety when you trust in the companies that you're investing in. So you found this video helpful, make sure that you leave a like and a follow, and make sure that you share this with a friend that need to.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, he said it, bro. I was gonna pause and speak, but hey, I was like, no, I'm gonna let him cook. He said something very important, man. He said something very, very, very important, man. He said something on the lines of, um, dang, what did he say? Hold on, man. Let me go back. Let me go back.
In places where it can grow. And you don't have to accumulate for you. It's not, you don't need $1 million right now, and you don't need to.
Yeah. So, bam, right. If you can't handle what you are bringing in right now, what makes you think that you can handle more than what you have coming in? You feel me? Like start at the basics, man. Start at your level. Don't try to skip steps. You feel me? Start where you are. I don't want to say start where you're comfortable at, but start where you are for like start where you're familiar with, because you're not familiar with them big numbers yet. You know what I'm saying? Start with the numbers that you know that you can calculate easily and stuff like that, and then watch it grow over time, man, and grow into that wealth. Don't just jump into it, because if you were given $1 million today, if a lot of people was given $1 million today, a lot of people say they want $1 million, but as soon as they get it'll go just like that because they don't know how to handle it. You feel me? If they can barely handle when $100 come into their account and they spending it in a day, probably even an hour. You know what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, learn how to manage what you have right now. You feel me? And that's why I love this financial growth journey, because I started where I was at and I'm slowly but surely growing into where I want to be, you know. So, yeah, he talked a lot about high yield savings, Roth IRA. Yeah, man, like put your money somewhere where it'll accumulate, and you're not working too hard to make that money work for you. No, just let your money work for you, you know. So yeah, man, great tips, man. Let's go to the next one.
As someone who has been getting good at managing their money, I'm here to show you the 3 places you should put your money in and why. The first account is going to be your checking account. I recommend not putting in that much money in this account, only around $200 to $500 for your food, gas, and just little stuff that comes up, because you don't need that much money in this account, because the other accounts I'm about to mention can make you more money while just having your money in there, and it'll start growing. The second account is going to be your high yield savings account. I recommend you put a good amount of money in this account, is because with this account, your money grows by just having your money in there. The great thing about this is you can start creating your 3 to 6 months emergency fund within this account, and your money will just start growing by just putting it in a regular savings account like you already would. The next account is going to be your investment slash brokerage account. I recommend you invest 20 to 30% of your paycheck into this account, because the great thing about this account is it'll constantly be growing. You can invest in the safe things like ETFs, which are exchange traded funds, which are basically a big basket of stocks, which is way more safe to invest in for the long term. As someone who has been getting good at managing their money, I'm here to show you.
Yeah, man. Hey, all three of those accounts, man. I used to feel like, especially not like having a lot of money growing up, I felt like I needed to have like a lot of my money in a checking account, you know. But like you said, you really just need a checking account for the bare essentials. You know what I'm saying? Gas, you know, food and stuff like that, groceries. Like, yeah, like you don't need that much in your checking accounts now. Like you said, where your other money can be stored at is where your money can grow and work for you. Like the last guy in the last clip said, you know, let your money work for you in those high yield savings accounts, in those brokerage accounts, in those Roth IRA accounts. You know what I'm saying? Like, let your money work for you. Put a bulk of your money in there. Um, and like you said, the high yield savings account, that's where your emergency fund is going to be at. So yeah, put 3 to 6 months of your money in there. You know, so yeah, man, great advice, man. Um, I see some of the comments asking him like, you know, where to open up brokerage accounts and stuff like that, man. The main three that I would say that I've heard of, that I've come across, of course, Charles Schwab. That's where I have mine at. Um, Fidelity, Vanguard. Those the That's three headed dragon that I hear about all the time, man. So I would say choose one of those three. Even with um, SoFi, they have to where you can open up a Roth IRA as well too, and I did open up a Roth IRA in there too. So yeah, man, you can just do your research. You know, that's what I did. I did my research, and I feel like Charles Schwab was best for me. But yeah, like I said, do your research. You know, this isn't financial advice, but yeah, do your research on those three. Fi- Charles Schwab, Fidelity, and Vanguard. I like saying Charles Schwab, bro. It just makes me feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? But yeah, let's get to the next one.
You want to be the first millionaire in your family? Here are the 3 tips that I personally used to make my first $1 million. I didn't come from money. I grew up in the streets. Parents was drug dealers. Dad got murdered. Grew up on welfare. Spent 6 years in prison. The first thing you need to do is figure out how to save some money. I worked as a bartender. I didn't make a lot of money. I moved in with my best friend. I saved about $10,000 in 16 months. If you're right now able to live at home with a parent, do it. If you need to go get roommates and y'all split rent, do it. The only way to save money in this economy is by keeping your housing costs super cheap. Your goal is
Yeah. A lot of people, they feel like, especially in like this society with social media, like people glamorize, living by yourself a lot, especially like on social media and stuff like that, man. But if you can live with a parent, or if you can live with some roommates and stuff like that to lighten the load a little bit, and you know your situation, don't feel ashamed for it. The people on social media aren't living your life. They don't know your situation. So they can't judge you for how you're doing your situation, how you're going about your situation. Don't care about what people have to say. Just live your life, live your circumstances for you, and block out the noise. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to try to keep up with everybody on social media, bro. 9 times out of 10, people on social media aren't living that lifestyle that they're proclaiming. So yeah, why try to keep up with somebody else that may be living the lie themselves, and just live your life, live your truth. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to live anybody else's truth. Live your truth. You know what I'm saying? And that way you can get yourself ahead and get yourself on your feet the way that you need to. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's keep it
to
going.
save $10,000 over the course of a year or two. That is very doable. Number 2, you need to start investing early and often. You have to start making your money work for you. You cannot save your way to millionaire status. Open these 4 accounts, and they're all free. First one, if you work a job, a 401k. This is a retirement account that your employer matches a percentage of whatever you put into it. Essentially, this is free money. If you put in $5,000, your employer will match you at $2,000. That is $2,000 of free money. Second account is a Roth IRA. It's also a retirement account. The only thing is it's capped at $7,500. So you can only put up to $7,500 every single year. The benefit is that when you go to pull it, unlike any other account, all of that money is tax-free. The third account is going to be just a regular brokerage account. This account doesn't have a limit of how much you can contribute. The stock market on average has between a 10 to 12% return every single year over the last 100 years. You still have to actually go in and buy stock once you put the money into these 3 accounts. Here are the stock that I want you to buy. First one is
Hey, take notes.
to these 3
Take
accounts.
notes.
Here are the stock that I want you to buy. First one is VOO, top 500 companies in the United States. Next, I want you to buy VTI. Then I want you to go and buy SCHD. This is a dividend paying ETF. They pay you every single quarter. Last one is SPMO. Now, I need you to figure out how to put $50 to $100 into each 3 of those accounts every single month. You will let compound interest do the rest of the work. Last account that you should have is just a high yield savings account. This allows you to make 4 to 5% on your money just from saving it. Third, and the final tip, that you have to change your mindset. Instead of what can I buy, flip that into how can I invest this money. Get in the habit of consuming less and creating more. If you can live like that for 2 to 3 years, your life will drastically change. I got rich in 3 years. You still confused how to invest your money or where to start? DM me the word portfolio. I will personally help you. This is what I do for a living. Invest, learn new skills, day trade, especially from those who come from backgrounds like myself. You want to?
Yeah, man. Like you said, it just takes 3 years, bro. Like, you can change your life in 3 years. You can change your life in a year. You know what I'm saying? Or you can change your situation in a year, but you can change your life for the future in 3 years, bro. Like, just take 3 years to just block out the noise. You don't have to cut everybody off, but it's like you have to learn to say no sometimes. But you have to say no to that turn up every weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to say no to your fun for a temporary time. Like it don't have to be forever. You know what I'm saying? 3 years. When you think about it, 3 years would go by just like that. You know, like, bro, what 2022? No, 2024 was 3 years ago. No, 2023 was 3 years ago, right? Bro, it feel like 2023 was just yesterday, bro. That's how quick 3 years ago by, bro. If you just stay down for 3 years, put your head down for 3 years. I don't want to say hustle, but get to it. Get to it, man, because what I've learned in my 33 years of life, bro, being older and stuff like that, man, getting older and stuff, bro, nobody's coming to save you, bro. In your situation, nobody's coming to save you because everybody else trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's trying to figure out. Everybody got something that they got going on, trying to get out of the situation that they're in. So how can they save you when they can't save themselves right now? You know, so save yourself first. It's a reason why they tell you when the plane is going down, when they tell you to put the mask over your face first and then try to help somebody else out. Because if you run out of oxygen trying to help somebody else, then you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna pass out. You feel me? So help yourself first. And it sounds selfish. I know it sounds selfish, but it's like you can't pour into somebody else's cup when your cup is empty, like itself. You know what I'm saying? It just don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to the next one. I think we have like 2 more.
The reason why all the money you make is nowhere to be found is because you don't have a system like this. It's very, very simple. You follow these 5 steps, you're going to be in a good place financially. Start with number 1, lock in. All it takes is 6 to 12 months for you to be in a better financial position. Then follow something like this, either the 60-10-30 or 75-10-15, where this first part goes to needs, the second part goes to wants, the third part goes to saving or investing. If you make $1,000 a week, $600 goes to needs, $100 goes to wants, $300 goes towards saving and investing. Here's the part of the plan that you need to understand. If you don't have $2,000 saved up, the first goal and the only goal is to save that up as soon as possible in a regular savings account. Why do we only focus on one goal? It builds your financial confidence, and it also builds momentum towards the next goal. From there, you're going to take this same $300 a month that you use to save up here to then save up $10,000 in a high yield savings account. Same money. All we did was just allocate it to a new place. You don't need a new job, side hustle, overtime, any of that. Next step, take that same $300, start investing. Put it into a Roth IRA. That way your money can be growing tax-free and you can earn tax-free income in retirement. You're not bad with money. You just need a system for your money. If you need help with that, comment the word reset and I'll help you put all this stuff in place without you having to do it and figure out all the numbers. Comment reset and I'll see you inside.
Boom. Poetry in motion, man. Literally, just, bro, that's the flow right there, man. That is the flow right there. You feel me? Like you said, it just takes 6 to 12 months, you know, to get ahead, you know, right now. You know what I'm saying? But these later steps right here, this is going to set you up for the future. You know, like this, like we talked about in the last clip, this is going to set you up for them next 3 years. You know what I'm saying? This right here, this is the starting point right here. 1 and 2 is the starting point, right? 3 through 4, or 3 through 5 is going to set you up for them 3 years, for the next 3 years that you're staying down, putting your head down, and just locking in for real, for real. You know, yeah. When I didn't have a system, like I just didn't know what direction I was going in. But once I started to follow a system and implement a system, bro, I'm telling you, system changes everything. You know what I'm saying? Um, I started doing the uh the separation rule. I have it set up to my own way, to my own situation. You know what I'm saying? But I started off with the 50-30-20. And then I kind of like adjusted the numbers as time went on. But then after that, got got me a savings account, got me an emergency account or emergency fund, started me an emergency fund, saving and stuff like that. And now I'm paying off that. And next is finishing funding up my high yield savings account. And then I'm like I started investing as well too, like in the midst of that too, man. So yeah, just follow a system, man. Follow a system. Put your money on the system. Don't allow your money to control you. You control it. Money is a tool. Don't obsess over it. Use it properly. So I think we have one more.
Just in case your parents didn't teach you about money, here's everything I did the day I turned 18 years old to
Probably
set
one
me
of
up
my
to
videos.
win in life. And because I followed these rules, I now have perfect credit and over $1 million net worth at 26 years old. Starting off with number one, you're going to open 4 free bank accounts. The first one is going to be a checking account. The next is a high yield savings account. Then we have a brokerage account. And then within the brokerage account, you are going to open a Roth IRA. A checking account is where your money goes in and out of. A high yield savings account is where you're going to save money while gaining interest. And then your brokerage account and your Roth IRA is where you're going to invest your money and watch your money grow. The next thing I would do is start tracking your money, because the only way to be successful with your money is to know exactly how much you make, spend, and invest. And if you need help doing that, my budget tracker is linked in my bio. The next thing I want you to do is start building your emergency fund. And this is money that you have set aside and don't touch unless you have an emergency. And I want you to start with $1,000, but eventually you should save up to the point where you can cover 3 to 6 months of your expenses. This next thing is so important to start doing at an early age, and that is building your credit as well as good credit habits. So I want you to go ahead and apply for your first credit card and start using it, but I want you to treat that credit card like a debit card. You never spend money you don't have, you never carry a balance, and you never pay any interest. Next up, I want you to focus on learning at least one high value skill, whether it's content creation, editing, coding, using AI, something that can make you more money. And if you don't know where to start, I always recommend starting with sales. And the last thing I want you to do is to go get a gym membership and do your best to look your best, because as someone that grew up overweight and has lost over 50 pounds, I can promise you that looks fucking matter. People treat you differently, you will be more confident in yourself, and because of that, you will end up making more money. Just in case your parents didn't teach you about money, here's
Facts, man. Facts. Great tips. Great tips. Especially for like all my younger folks, either about to graduate high school. Hey, look, this is the side of TikTok that like all the high schoolers and middle schoolers need to be on, man. The financial literacy TikTok, man. Like they need to be on this side of TikTok, man. Like for real, for real. You feel me? I know some of them are, what I'm saying? Shout out to them, man. But yeah, like these are some great tips, man. And I know it's a lot of the same information, but success leaves clues, man. If you hear a lot of people saying the same exact things to do as advice, shouldn't it tell you something like it works? It works, man. And all it takes is for you to just start, and especially like he said, for like all the younger generations, man, like y'all are ahead, like y'all can be ahead of so many other people, man. Y'all like for real, man. I think we have one more.
If I was new to investing and I just had $1,000 to invest, here's how I would invest it. The first thing I would buy is I would buy ETF that tracks the S&P 500 for my long-term growth. So I would buy $500 worth of VOO. This basically tracks the top 500 companies in the US. The next thing I would do is I would put $250 into a tech-focused ETF like QQQM or QQQ, which basically tracks the top 100 companies in the US. And with my last $250, I would take a little risk here. I would put $250 into Bitcoin or either crypto. I heard Bitcoin and crypto do great. It's high risk, high reward, which is a great return on investment. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people give a lot of like crap to crypto and stuff like that, man. But like you said, like it definitely works, man. But you have to know what you're doing with crypto, man. Really have to know what you're doing with crypto, especially like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple. You know what I'm saying? Like know what you're doing. Do your research first. Don't just put your money into it blindly. You know, I've seen other people like, you know, like get messed up. They don't know how the market moves when it comes to crypto. Like you really have to know how the market moves and all that stuff, man, before you really jump into it and just go head first into it, man. So yeah, do your research. But yeah, these are some great tips, man. If y'all like this video, go ahead and like the video, subscribe. I love these videos, man. Like I said, I love this side of TikTok. This is the only reason why I still have my TikTok account is for these video reactions, bro. Yeah, this is literally all I consume when it comes to finances and stuff, man. Um, yeah, man. Use social media for your benefit, man. Like for real, for real. Consume content like this, you know. If there's anybody else that's like younger watching this video, like consume videos like this, like consume TikToks like this, man, for sure. You know, so yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Like I said, like the video if you're new, subscribe, all the good stuff, man. Let's go ahead and build the channel up. Let's get these videos out here, man. You know, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So now with that being said, it's your boy Nate J signing out of the vault. Deuces.